Good evening, Bill. Evening, Sil. Thanks so much for joining me once again in the
Evening.
Star Sports Zoom room. And we're on the eve of the best week of the flat season. It's Royal Ascot's upon us. The best day is without doubt the Tuesday. I look forward to it the most every year. 3 Group 1s, a Group 2, and a couple of great handicaps as well. We'll get pretty much straight into it. I'll just give you a couple of little bits before we kick off. The 2 offers that we're running all week here at Star Sports. Every race for Royal Ascot will be running the pipped offer. For those that follow it weekly, that's if you come second, beating a neck or less, you get your money back up to 25 quid as a free bet. And following the offer we did at Cheltenham, we had so many requests on social media to do it again. We've rolled it out again for Royal Ascot. So that's 50% of your average win stake at Royal Ascot back as a free bet at the end of the week. So if you have 5 bets, one each day of 500 quid, you get a 250 quid free bet on the Sunday. But they're the offers. More important are the winners. We'll get straight into the first race. The Queen Anne, Palace Pierce, Silver, 2-5 favourite, Order of Australia 13-2, 10-1 bar. The superstar of the flat racing season at the moment. Is there anything that can beat him?
Well, when you look in the card and you think he's an outstanding horse, and I cannot see anything beats him. If he produced the form he's been showing the book, I think everybody have to run for second place.
So what's come second? Find the each way bet for me, please.
I like Top Hankin. I think he's an improving horse and has run really well. And when you look at his form, he's the new coming. So I think James States could have a good Ascot as well. So I could put Palace Pace to win and Top Hankin for second place.
Bill, not your kind of price, 2-5. What's the each way play, please?
Well, I think he could get turned over. I do.
Really?
I think Lope Fernandez is a stunning each way bet against him.
Yeah.
I can forgive this horse the bad run. He doesn't. He's by Lope de Vega, so I always thought he might go on the soft, but he just doesn't perform on the soft. And if you watch a replay of the Breeders' Cup Mile that Order of Australia won, wow, Lope Fernandez was seriously unlucky in behind. I love the jockey booking. Shamie Heffernan gets on really well. I only ridden him twice, but he's got a real good tune out of him both times. I will be backing him each way around 11s, maybe bigger, as the market kind of matures, and also in the kind of betting without the favourite market. I think Lope Fernandez is going to run a huge price, a huge race at a big price. And another one at a massive price I'll throw an each way bet on is Pogo, 80-1. Charlie Hill's horse, just better on faster ground. And if they go really hard here, you could get a freak one that runs into third, and that could easily be Pogo. But no, Lope Fernandez, strong each way selection against what everyone says is a good thing.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll never forget the money for Lope Fernandez the day it got beat by Pinatoba at Ascot a few years ago. I think that was the most we've ever stood a horse for on course when I was there, and you don't forget those days. Let's move on to the Coventry. Blinking, you missed it. As usual, we've got a Wesley Ward horse who's the talk of the town, top of the market, coffee maker, the 3-1, 130 favourite, sorry. Gisburn 6-1, Masetto 6-1, the Acropolis wonderfully named 6-1, and all the money for DeBarb at 15-2. Bill or Silva, I'll come to you. What's the talk about the Wesley Ward horse? Have you heard much?
Well, the boys been talking the way room. His couple of boys has sat on the horse, and they'd say it's very good. And obviously John Velasquez coming over as well to ride. He must know something we don't. But obviously Wesley likes to have a win at Ascot. He coming over, but could be the outstanding, could be the favorite. But I like Fahy's horses as well. The one Paul Hannigan rides, Vintage Clarence, and I think he's a good each way bet.
Okay, yeah, Vintage Clarence is a 28-1 chance. Bill, can you top that?
Yeah, I mean, Coffee Maker is a filly, and the key to this is it's strange that the fillies run against the boys in the Coventry. Wesley Ward's had 8 winners at Royal Ascot, and they've all been over 5 furlongs. And this is a 6 furlong race. So that's the thing you got to question is this. She might be a flying machine. It's what she does in the last 200 yards that worries me. She might win. She's too short for me. I like DeBarb. The market seems to be finding her in the last few days. Finding him, I should say. Rav Hablin ride.
Finally, he got one wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He got a boy and a girl.
I was talking about a her before. I was talking about her before, that's why. But DeBarb has won on fast ground. Rab Habelin rides, but John Gosden stays loyal to the fact that he rode her when he won first time out, and he did it again. So DeBarb each way for me, and also Andrew Balding's horse, Berkshire Shadow, 22-1 each way. That seems a very big price for a horse who beat Gisburn on debut. Now Gisburn's a 6-1 shot because he bolted up at Newbury since. But Berkshire Shadow did nothing run over 5, might improve over 6, and I thought that was overpriced at 22s. But my main selection would be DeBarb each way, but I would play Berkshire Shadow too.
Right, the main event of the day, Silv, the King's Stand Stakes, the fastest horse race on the planet. Batash comes back to defend his crown, the 7-4 favourite. But you ride Winter Power for Tim Easterby. She's had a meteoric rise through the ranks in the last sort of 12 months. Devastating turn of foot at York, 4-1 second favourite. Is this your moment to shine?
I hope so. I hope so.
Look at that grin. Look at that grin. Yeah. That tells you all we need to know.
Yes, and I would love to win that race. I absolutely. It would be amazing if it can happen. But obviously we have to respect Batash. He's a top sprint in the country. He's getting old, and I think my filly get experience. She get more mature, and I just think she can show him the way home. But it will be is a nice race. But I like my filly. She done really well at York. She showed me plenty speed, and when I asked her a question, she quickened again. And I haven't sat on any sprinter like the way she did for me.
And will you let her roll from the front? Will you let her do what she did at York?
And we're very close, myself and Batash. And if she showed the same turn of foot she showed at York from the gates, I think I'll be a fool to take her back.
Good. Go and win it. Good luck, Bill.
I'd love to see Winter Power win. She's very fast, and I think Batash is up against her. With his penalties, I think it's going to be hard work to reel her in. The only thought I had on the race is there's a danger of Batash and Winter Power getting racing far too early, and that's the only worry. If Batash comes to Winter Power at the 2-pole, it's whether it sets it up for a closer at all. I would be very interested in a couple of horses that on the form wouldn't have a chance with these big two, but they could easily hit the frame. I think Arecibo at 33-1. I love the jockey booking, Jamie Spencer there. Frankie Dettori jumped ship to Extravagant Kid when Ryan Moore vacated that one at the declaration stage. I love Arecibo. I think he could hit the frame at 33-1. And I would also play King's Lynn, same kind of horse, a closer. Looking forward to watching Silv win on Winter Power, but if he's not to win, it could be a closer, Arecibo or King's Lynn, that comes and does him.
Perfect. Well, good luck, Silv. We'll all be cheering you on. The 4:20, St James's Palace, which was the race of the meeting for me last year. Fantastic race. It looks a desperately tricky one on paper. We bet 7-2 Poetic Flair ahead of the market. Highland Avenue 5-1 second favourite, along with Mostaf. Battleground back to the scene of his greatest triumph is 6-1 chance. Lucky Vegas 7. I will mention Thunder Moon, who there's been good money for as well, 12 into 17-2. Bill, I'll come to you first here. This looks desperately difficult to me.
Yeah, you've got the Guineas winner in Poetic Flair, who's danced every dance, an Irish and a French Guinea since. Brutal Irish Guineas last time where he was just touched off. It's what, if anything, is left in the tank. If he's still in the same form, and Jim Bolger is to be believed that he's still in the same nick, he will take some beating. But for me, he'd be a little bit too short. Mustadaf's in there too. He's another interesting one with 3 wins next to his name. A Heron success last time. Wide open race. It wasn't a great betting race for me. I like Lucky Vega, Jesse Harrington's horse. Yeah. Arguably could have won the Guineas and didn't like the mud last time. And I see some 15-2 out there. And I thought that was very fair about a horse that has a electric turn of foot when conditions are in his favour.
Silv, the winner, please. Or who would you like to jump on?
Well, Highland Avenue, I think he's a good horse, and he's a 7-1. And so Mutadaf, John Goss's horse. So, and close the Poetic Flair, Andrew.
You can't ride all 3. You got to choose one of them.
No, but I think them 3 horses, they ought to stand out the race. I think Andy Jock would like to ride on them 3 horses. And but for me, and Jim Bolger's horse is the outstander of the race.
I agree. I think you can overcomplicate at times, and a horse who's won 3 lesser races and must have as 5-1. You've got a Guineas winner at 7-2. Looks the play to me. Right, let's move on to the 5 o'clock, the Ascot Stakes, and the gamble of the week runs here. We've laid this in our shop in Mayfair, and we've laid it online. MC Muldoon for Willie Mullins heads the market 3-1, 10-1 earlier in the week. Ryapor 13-2, Gentleman, Cape Gentleman 17-2, Golden Rules 9-1. Silv, you ride a horse that you get on very well with for Mark Johnson, Rochester House, who's a 16-1 chance. Every chance of filling a place here, if not better, I think.
I'm happy to ride. I delight I got a call on him. So
the grin's
16.
back. The grin's
yeah.
back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm delighted with the ride. I'm pleased I got a call back on the horse. I like the horse, and and I think he could be a player.
Bill?
Yeah, he's my selection, Rochester House. I think he's got a huge chance. Silv finished 5th on him last year. Came from a long way back. I don't think he'll be as far back this time round. He was a 4-year-old. He's another year older. I like him a lot. He was trapped wide in the Chester Cup. Plenty to like about Rochester House. I respect MC Muldoon. He may have pounds in hand, but you still have to go and prove you stay. And Rochester House stays, as does Just Hubert, who came and nabbed Silv at Goodwood. Both of them love fast ground. Both of them love 2.5 miles. I'd far rather be with 16 Just Hubert and 20-1 Rochester House than I would the favourite, but it looks a good race.
Yeah, looking at our book, I think I'll be cheering 19 of them on in this race. Let's move on to 5:35, the Wolferton Stakes. I don't know if it's a tip in itself that you're wearing your Wolf t-shirt, Silv, but you ride Foxtel for Andrew Balding. I'll give you a show of betting quickly. Patrick Sarsfield is 7-2 favourite. Solid Stone 5-1. Forrester Dean well backed 11-2. Felix 6-9 Blue Cup. Foxtel, Silv, what can you tell us about him? He's a 14-1 chance.
Yeah, he's a horse. He's getting better in each run. He ran really well in Chester, and last time out probably he just got stuck on the mud at Sundown. So, and I think he's a far better horse on a better ground. So, and I just hope to get the ground, and I'm gonna ride him for Luke. So I hope to get the Luke in the day.
Like
we all do. Bill, anything strong?
He'll like the cover, Silv. He'll like the cover should help him too to settle a bit.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Trapped on the wing last time. I think it'll help him. I thought this was a painfully hard race. I can see why Patrick Sarsfield is favourite because he doesn't have a penalty for his Group 3 win. I do like a bit of a dark horse here. There's a horse of Owen Burrows called Dewam. Now I tipped Huckham on this Zoom room last year, and Dewam should potentially be running in a handicap, and it interests me that he's not going down the handicap route. Dewam has a rating of 97, which means he's got a fair bit to fine. When Yukon Glen's rated 115, but Dewam is fragile. He's had lots of things done to him. He's got pieces on for the first time. He's had his win done. He's been gelded, but he won well at Chelmsford last time, and he won well at Chelmsford the time before that, beating a good horse in What's the Story. And I got a lot of time for Owen Burrows. This is about a 16-1 chance. I just love the fact they're chancing their arm in a race like this. And I would give Dewam a chance of being a little bit better than a handicapper, and he might just surprise a few at a big price in first-time cheek pieces.
Perfect. And we'll wrap up with the Copperhouse Stakes. Another well-backed Willie Mullins favourite, Saudi Air, ridden by Ryan Moore. All the money with us has been for the second favourite, Global Storm, who's an 11-2 chance. 10-1 bar those two. Just briefly, a selection from you both in the last. Silv, you can go first.
Well, the Max Weekend, James Doyle rides, and I think he could be a player in this race. But he's an interesting book and ride as well, Ryan Moore. So, but I think it will be between William Mullins and Mark Johnson this race.
The Maxi we can at 14-1 for Silv, and to finish off, Bill.
Yeah, well, it'd be interesting to see what price Saldio goes off if MC Muldoon wins. This will be very short. Saldio, he's supposedly well handicapped. There's money for him, money for Global Storm. They're going to take out a lot of the market. I prefer sums at bigger prices, as you know. I thought Hochfeld, Mark Johnson's old friend, back on fast ground over a 1 mile 6. I thought 20-1. Hockfeld was too big. I thought he'll just run well. And the other one was Arthurian Fable, another fast ground horse of Brian Meehan's.
Money for him.
6. 20-1 about him. I'd rather back those two at 20s and have the package at 10 running for me than get sucked into the front two.
Well, that's Tuesday afternoon sewn up. We know that Sil's going to win a King's Stand. Bill, you're going to have a few big price winners. And I look forward to seeing you back in here tomorrow, and we'll go through the Wednesday and we'll wallow in a bit of Sil's glory.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks, Bill.